Welcome to the Video Lab live show, the weekly live show about video specific marketing. And today's episode is presented by Epicosity. Thank you, Epicosity, for being today's sponsor. And we'll learn more a little bit about Epicosity here, in the next few minutes as we kind of go through this episode. Today, I have special guest expert Sam Thorson, a growth strategist over at Epicosity and former Augustana linebacker. Sam and the team over there at Epicosity work on some incredibly creative projects, and I'm pumped to have Sam and his growth strategist expertise on the show today. Now, here's the thing. We are live. So what I want you to do is I want you to go into the chat or the comments, whatever platform you're watching on. I just want you to say hi. Say hi in the chat. And then let me know where you're watching from, whether that's Sioux Falls or somewhere else. Say hi in the chat. Let's get this chat rolling. Jamie is in the chat and she says, hi. Jamie, let me know where you're watching from. It's good to have you here on the episode, Jamie. Thanks so much for jumping into the chat. Now, this episode, Sam and I are going to talk through some video marketing basics and what Sam calls the 5 stages of awareness. I'm excited about this because I know that personally, this is something that I can incorporate into my business like immediately. Like right after this episode, I can start like generating content about some of these 5 stages of awareness. And you know what? We might not even scratch the surface of some of this, unfortunately, in this hour episode, but it's going to be a crash course. And hopefully, there'll be some things that you want to take away. So we got some more people jumping into the chat here. Ashley from Colorado. Welcome to the show, Ashley. And looks like she's on LinkedIn. All right. Jamie is in Pierre Cooper from Epicosity, just kind of, a couple blocks away from where I'm at right now. So how about this? Jump into the chat. Let me know what you want to learn about video marketing in this episode. So you can say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. One thing that you want to learn about video marketing in this episode. Also, you're going to want to stick around because at the very end, Sam has his one thing to take away from this episode. So if there's nothing else that you get from this conversation, one thing, you're not going to want to miss this. Sam's going to bring that at the end of this episode. So stick around for that. Sarah from Beersford. Do you know Sarah?
Yeah, I've heard of her.
Okay. You heard Sam's voice there. And I think you might know her. So if you don't know me, my name is Caleb, and I'm a video educator and content creator, and I own Hoover Heights Media, and I've been doing small-scale freelance video production since 2012 in and around Sioux Falls. I focus on social media video and website video for my clients. I also have a YouTube channel, which is a very niche camera YouTube channel. It's not for everybody. I understand that, and it's just my name if you want to go check that out. But I work with filmmaking brands from around the world, making video content for them as well. So this Video Lab live show is a weekly interactive live show to help companies, brands, and individuals harness the power of online video with video-specific marketing tips, tricks, and even trends. The interactive part means that at any point during the show, you can jump into the comments like some of you are doing right now and join the chat if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. We know LinkedIn works. I was kind of wondering about that until a couple weeks ago. We had a comment from LinkedIn. I was like, I don't know if LinkedIn comments work or not, but they do. So, and Ashley was on here from LinkedIn as well. So make sure you jump into the chat right now and let me know what platform you're watching from. All right. I am going to toss this QR code up onto the screen because we're streaming live from the Video Lab, which is a video studio for content creators in downtown Sioux Falls. So if you have video content that you need to make, maybe it's something like a podcast video like this. Well, I'm going to toss that QR code up on the screen, and you can learn more about the Video Lab at hooverheightsmedia.com. Now, I have a little disclaimer before we get too far into the conversation. We're going to bring Sam in here in just a sec. But these episodes are just to show some possibilities that you have with video. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything that we talk about doesn't mean everything's going to work like magic for you. Just an FYI. It requires a ton of hard work and consistency and some strategy and possibly even partnering with professionals like Sam or myself to get the results that you hope for. So with that being said, let's bring in the former Augustana linebacker and growth strategist from Epicosity, Sam. And this guest intro is sponsored by the Breaks Coffee. How you doing, Sam?
Great. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah,
I appreciate
absolutely.
it.
Now Augustana did beat USF. I'm a USF graduate. So this year Augustana got USF, but I mean, a lot of times USF, they capture that key to the city.
Short memory, and all we care about is what has just happened.
Yeah.
So that's I'm fine talking about that as long as you.
All right. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about Epicosity. Like what is your role there as a growth strategist?
Yeah. So Epicosity, full service marketing agency here based in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We love it here. I kind of joke sometimes that my role, growth strategist, it's kind of one of those made up marketing titles that we
I like that
in the marketing world, it sounds really cool. What I do is I specialize in the growth of our clients.
Okay.
I make sure that there's a good plan.
Yeah.
It's really, really all I do. I make sure that we have good strategies, that our clients have good plans, and that they're working.
Excellent.
I sometimes joke too that really the only thing I do at Epicosity is I answer the question, did it work?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge question from a lot of businesses. If you're going to pay in marketing, if you're going to invest in a huge production or a big campaign, you want to know if it worked or not.
Yeah.
So at Epicosity, that's really my job. I make sure that we have a good plan, that, it's working, that we're on pace, and then get to work with some incredible people at Epicosity. We have full on production. We do some great stuff around the state, around the country, everything from strategy to media to insights to anything you can think about. We love all of it.
Oh man, that was a great little intro to Epicosity. But I do have a question for you. Do you like coffee?
I love coffee.
Okay. Yes. Well, today we're drinking the Breaks coffee, and we just brewed it right here in the studio, and it smells amazing and tastes amazing. And I'm going to pop up this little QR code right here. We are drinking the Absolute Blend from the Breaks Coffee Roasting, and you can actually order this right online using this QR code, or go to thebreakscoffeeroasting.com. They are not open on Mondays, but you can order online and you can have it delivered or pick it up. But they open Tuesday. And if you go in there, they're down by the downtown post office on 12th Street. It's like 12th and 2nd, somewhere in there. Down by the downtown library. I mean, not library. Why do I keep saying library? Post office. It's the post office. Why do I keep saying library? It's the downtown post office. Maybe I need to go to the library and check out a book or something. Maybe that's why. But make sure you go check them out. And if you go in there, let them know that I sent you there. Say, Caleb sent me. All right. Absolute Blend. Thank you, Breaks, for sponsoring this little segment of the guest intro. Now, Sam, I don't want to say this, but let's dive right in. Okay. Let's dive right into this. And I think what we need to do is we need to kind of define some things as we kind of begin this discussion. So one of the things that I think we need to define is actually video marketing. Can we define what video marketing is?
I mean, we can try to.
Okay.
We can try to the best that we can, and it's an important place to start. And I think it's an important place to start because there's this whole idea of content marketing, video marketing, social media marketing, and you hear these words a lot, right?
Yes.
And so I know if you're a business, if you're big business, small business, doesn't matter. Everybody's talking about, how do I market my business on social media?
Yeah.
How do I market, with articles? Are blogs still a thing? Is SEO still a thing? And so
many things.
Yeah, so many things. And so let's start here and let's talk about video marketing. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think. Yeah. And you tell me if you agree with it, or if I'm way off.
Yeah. How about also, in the chat? Yes. In the chat, let's put that in the chat. If you agree with Sam or not, put that in the chat.
All right. So I'm going to attempt to define video marketing. So I choose to define video marketing as the expression of an idea through the language of video. Expression of an idea through the language of video. So, I see. I tried to be brief, and let me break that down.
Yeah.
Okay. I define just content itself, and this is maybe where I get a little bit lofty, and so stick with me here. But I define content, or just marketing in general, as trying to say something.
Okay.
What are you as a business trying to say?
Yeah.
Have that idea. We are the best. Epicosity is the best.
Okay.
The Video Lab is the best.
Yep.
Because XYZ.
Okay.
That is an idea, and that is what we are trying to communicate to our audience. That's what we want them to know. Now, here's where it gets out there. That is content.
Yeah.
That is. Now, how you choose to deliver that content
Oh my gosh.
takes shape
Yeah.
through formats.
Okay.
So this is why I say the language of video.
Yeah.
If I choose to engage in video marketing, I'm taking that idea, I'm taking that content,
Yep.
and I am communicating it through the language of video.
Okay.
So I'm trying to say Epicosity is the best by creating videos to help me communicate that idea.
Okay.
The same thing can be true about social media. I am choosing to express that idea
Yep.
in the language of social media posts, graphics,
Okay.
paid media, different things like that.
Yep.
So that's kind of my little spiel
Yeah.
on video marketing.
Okay.
So where I think we're starting today is let's all speak the same language.
Yes.
Today, we're going to speak the language of video marketing. How
Yeah.
do we take that idea, whatever it is that your idea is? So think about that idea. So a good little exercise for this is as we start talking about the 5 stages of awareness,
Yeah.
I want everybody to kind of have this idea in their head of like, that's what you're trying to communicate.
Okay.
Right? So think about what that idea is, and let's try to think about that and communicate it to our audience through the language of video content.
Excellent.
Make sense?
I think that makes sense to me. Let me know in the comments if you're tracking Sam here. I like that idea of, kind of breaking it down into different languages.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a very powerful way to think of it, because a lot of times I think we just become overwhelmed with knowing we have to like put content out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like how many different social media platforms are there, but kind of breaking it down, like you might have the same message in all these different pieces of content, but speak the language of video for this very specific
and
thing.
Languages are different, right?
Yeah.
Languages are different. There's different ways to communicate things based off of how you're choosing to get that idea across. And so if you're deciding to pick up a camera or an iPhone or any type of device and choosing to push record, there's a certain way to do that.
Yeah.
And there's a certain way to speak that language that's optimized for wherever you're trying to put it.
Excellent.
So it's a great place to start.
Yeah. And speaking of places to start, I want to pop this up to the screen right here. This is the Video Lab Video Playbook. Now, if you are looking for a place to start, I encourage you to go and download this Video Lab Video Playbook. It's a digital guide to help you enhance your web presence with video. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll through this real quick. Look at this table of contents. It is full of helpful little tidbits. I mean, short little chapters that you can go through, and it's a starting point, right? So you mentioned, maybe starting with your phone. Maybe that's what that looks like. There's everything from how to create a successful video, future-proofing your videos. And I even have some like very specific niche items in here, like fitness, real estate, things like that. So I don't know if this would be something that would be helpful. In exchange for your email address, you can download this. It's free. It's for you to go and make video content, whether you're shooting with a phone, a camera, whatever that looks like for you. Go download this, because I think it'll be helpful. All right. So we kind of defined video marketing a little bit, Sam. Let's get into maybe some of the different ways to use video marketing. So we're getting to this point of these 5 stages of awareness, right? And so, but first, there's different ways to kind of distribute this. Let's go through just briefly, what are some of these different ways to distribute some of this content?
Right. And I like that you're using the word distribute.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Because I really think it's important I think of all these ways, at least it helps me to think about distribution channels. Where can I put things?
Yeah.
And once you know where you can put things, it at least helps me understand what it needs to look like.
Okay.
If I know where it's going, I know how to make it fit that place.
Okay.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Where can we put video marketing? Where can we put video content? Let's start off just by talking about organic content.
Okay.
And for those of you who don't know, I'm going to talk about organic and paid content.
Okay.
Organic content is something that you don't put money behind.
Yeah.
That it doesn't cost anything. You can do it for free. So write these down. These are really good places to start.
Yeah.
Okay? When you talk about video content, in my opinion, the best place and the easiest place to start And I'm going to start with social media.
Yeah.
Because I think whether you like it or not, it's the first place that people default to as a distribution channel.
Absolutely.
Is this a Facebook video? Is it a TikTok?
Yep.
Is it a YouTube video?
Including Jamie right here.
Yes.
She wants more engagement on her social page video posts.
Yes.
Yep.
That's it. I mean,
Thanks,
it's a
Jamie.
great place to start. So we're talking, we can put video content on social media, but like you mentioned, there's a lot of social media platforms out there.
Yes, there are.
So that's usually the first place that I might tell people to start. What social platforms are you on right now? And let's work on optimizing our video content for that. Facebook's going to be different than TikTok.
Yep.
Right. YouTube's going to look different than Snapchat.
Right.
YouTube Shorts. Right. That's a thing now.
Totally is.
So let's start by talking about social media. Okay. Now, outside social media, there's more organic placements that I don't think people talk about very much. Let's talk about website content.
Yeah.
If you have a website, if your business has a website, that is a distribution channel.
Absolutely.
You can put video content on your website. And I think it's easily overlooked.
Yeah.
You know, it's easily overlooked, but this is a really good place to put, and I would say specifically longer form content.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, oh, social media, keep it short.
Mhm.
Attention span of a goldfish, right? Yeah. Keep it super, super short. Look at your
Goldfish.
website as a distribution channel. What can I publish? How can I maybe use testimonial videos, product review videos, you know, different things like that. And we're going to talk about how this fits in the 5 stages of awareness. So stay tuned for that. But understand that that's another place.
Yeah.
So there's contrast there. You have social media, you have organic, organic placements like the website, and then you can go over on the paid side too.
Yeah.
And this is where, if you're a business, you have to acknowledge the paid side.
Icky.
Right. Icky. And, you know, this is something that we deal with. This is what we specialize with at Epicosity, you know, and this is why we're having this conversation today.
Totally.
And what I'm going to say is the boom in video marketing, the boom in video content creation, I would say was largely created by the increased inventory available on organic publishing.
Yeah.
Publishing video content has never been easier. It's super easy to do. Like you said, we all have phones on us that we can go and we can start a channel today.
Totally.
Right now, on the paid side, this has also happened, but people don't talk about this as much. It's easy to see all the social media platforms, right? What people don't see on the paid side, the use of video content has increased exponentially also with the paid placements that we can put videos now. All those social media platforms that I just talked about, there's paid options on all of those too. Then you talk about broadcast spots, right? That's the old TV commercials that we all know, right? Oh, they're gone. You know, we don't watch those anymore. They're there.
Yeah.
And they're still a powerful component to video marketing. That is a component of video marketing. Like I said, it's just a language. And where you choose to put that video content dictates a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right. The paid side too, vertical videos, you know, now you can run ads all over on social media. There's display, there's programmatic buying, OTT. There's a lot of places to put things. And I know that maybe sounds messy. Hopefully what we get into will help clarify some of this.
So let's get into it. All right. We're here to talk about the 5 stages of awareness. We kind of defined some video marketing. We kind of defined some different ways to distribute that video marketing, organic, paid, website, etc. But now this is the framework for video content. And I believe like this is something that you can, right after this episode, start incorporating into your video marketing, video content. 5 stages of awareness. Let's go into that. Let's start with, first of all, let's name them all. Okay. And then we'll break them down from there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
let's do
stage
that.
1.
All right. Can I give a little disclaimer first? I
Yes,
got to give a little credit.
Obviously I love disclaimers.
So I have to give a little credit, and this is going to be a shout out for everybody listening. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to give you a book recommendation. And also somebody to look into, a gentleman by the name of Eugene Schwartz.
Yeah.
He is the one who is kind of credited with creating the 5 stages of awareness. So I got to give a little credit. This isn't something that was invented by Sam. Now, this is the only time I'm going to say this. So if you mistakenly give me credit for it, I'm going to take it. But Eugene Schwartz, he was a famous copywriter in the 80s. And he wrote this book called Breakthrough Advertising. And what he did is he came up with the 5 stages of awareness. I'll name them here in a second. And what he did is he used it for copywriters, how to develop the copy that you are creating, and how do you position that content or that message to speak to the right people. And so he came up with these 5 stages. What I've done and what Epicosity has done is we've used these tried and true marketing strategic best practices. And what we're doing is we're modernizing them by putting them in situations where we can incorporate modern strategies, modern marketing strategies, modern content strategies into them. So does that make sense? Eugene Schwartz. Yeah. Okay. I've officially given credit.
Yep.
So let's jump into it. We said 5 stages of awareness. Write these down. Here we go. Ready? 1, the unaware stage.
Unaware. Okay.
2, problem aware.
Problem aware.
Product aware.
Product aware.
Solution aware.
Solution.
And most aware.
Most aware. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So unaware, problem aware.
Solution aware, product aware.
Okay.
I messed that up when I said it.
And most aware.
And most aware.
Perfect.
Those are the 5 different stages.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay. So there we go.
That's it.
Done. All right. See you. No, I'm just joking. So the first stage, unaware.
Yep.
Now, how do we define what that is, first of all?
Okay.
Like the unaware stage.
I think it might be beneficial if we maybe put this into a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say Caleb and Sam decide to start a business.
Okay.
Can we use let's just say we're going to start a lawnmower business.
Yeah.
Would that be okay?
Yes. I'm trying to grow grass right now. So this would be perfect.
All right. So we're going to explain these in the situation of a business.
Okay.
Caleb and Sam's Lawnmower Company.
LLC.
Right. So now the reality is the unaware stage deals with people who are unaware that we can help them.
Okay.
Now think about your business. Think about a business out there that you have. You have to understand that there are people out there that do not have the awareness that you can make their life better.
Yeah.
They don't know you're there.
Just totally
unaware.
You don't exist in their realm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so we need to introduce ourselves to those individuals.
Okay.
That's the unaware stage. So I want you to think about that.
Yep.
There are people out there that do not know you exist.
Okay.
Okay. We have to talk to those individuals. Okay.
Okay. So
should we go to the second one?
Let's put that into context of our lawnmower business.
Okay. So in our lawnmower business, right, we have individuals out there that have really long untamed grass. Okay. And they're looking out there. Yeah, right. They're looking out there going like, geez, what do I do about this? Yeah. What on earth can be done
what to do with this
about this? I'm just at a loss. It is way long. It's untamed.
Yeah.
And they're in a situation where they're not even, they're just like, where do I start?
Yeah.
How many of you have businesses that have audiences that you feel like are in this stage, that you have a product for, that you have a solution for, that you're like, oh my gosh, if people only knew I was here, I could make their life so much better. That's the situation we're in with the unaware stage.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense to me. Okay. So, unaware stage.
Yep.
Now, what type of content would we make for the unaware stage?
Right. So this is a really great place to start, because what always happens, and I'm going to jump a couple stages here. Okay. I'm going to talk about the product aware stage for just a second. People jump down these stages because whenever you're talking about a business, whenever you're talking about your product, people always want to jump to, here's what we offer.
Okay.
Here's our, and here's why it's the best.
Yeah.
Here's our service. It's so much better than the competition. It's so much better. Here are the programs that we offer.
Yeah.
Here are our prices. Here's our reviews. The problem is, if you're talking to an unaware audience, they don't care about
it's just
stuff.
Noise.
It's noise because they don't even know who the heck you are.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So what type of content can fit well in the unaware stage? This is where you take the opportunity to make a soft introduction. We do a lot of work at Epicosity with higher education.
Yeah.
So with colleges. And the joke that I tell people, it's not really a joke. The advice that I give, universities and colleges is the objective for unaware content is to tell people, here's our name, here's our school colors, and here's our mascot.
Yeah.
That should be the objective. So if you're tying this into video content, I want it to be welcoming.
Yeah.
Just a soft introduction. Here's who we are. This is what we do. And here's how we can help.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. Let's have those conversations. In terms of video content, what we lean to, your brand. Let your brand speak to the unaware.
Okay.
The strength of a brand. And we talk all the time, the power of a brand.
Yeah.
Right. The brand message, the brand presence. Let your brand speak to an unaware audience, because what we'll see here is that more dedicated content fits well later on in the funnel. So unaware, leverage your brand. And so I know we talked about paid a little bit, but that's great paid opportunity.
Yeah.
If you're talking like, why do I need a TV commercial?
Yeah.
Why do I need an OTT spot? Why do I need something that's not directly calling out our prices? Let your brand make that introduction. Here's who we are. Here's what our logo looks like. Here's the name of our business.
And then it's like, oh, I have super long grass. I think I saw something about maybe these people could help. Maybe.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let your brand, look at that brand video content.
Yeah.
Here's who we are. Here's our beliefs. Here's our culture. Here's who we are. Nice to meet you.
Okay. So that's the unaware stage.
Yep.
All right. And some, content ideas within that unaware stage. What I did in the chat, I'm just going to bring this up real quick. I linked to Epicosity's 5 stages of awareness PDF. It's a free download, right?
Yep.
That you put together.
Go check it out. Yep. It goes through all the 5 stages. And I think there's some really good recommendations in there. It's free if you want to learn more about this, because I don't know if we're going to be able to go full in depth today on everything.
Like I said, this is just scratching the surface,
right,
but
yeah.
But that's a little bit more in depth of a look. So that is in the comments on Facebook and YouTube. I cannot put that into the comments until after the show in LinkedIn through here, but I will get that in after the show if you want to go download that. So a couple great resources here for you. So let's do this. Let's go to the next stage of awareness, and then we're going to just take a little break. And this is going to be the problem aware
audience. This is a very, very important audience. I would probably stress that people, it's not that they forget about this audience, is they almost choose not to speak to these people.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. And I'll talk about why. So our lawnmower company, we're off to a great start.
Yes.
We got a brand spot.
Yeah, we're getting it out there.
We're getting it out there. And there's people out there that are asking questions about our lawnmowers.
Okay.
Why are they so expensive?
Oh,
we make quality product.
Yeah.
We make good lawnmowers.
Yeah. We got the factory right out here.
They're quality, right?
Yes.
And we sell quality stuff. And in a lot of businesses too, there are people out there that are really dealing with problems either associated to, let's say, their grass. Right?
Okay. Yep.
So now they're dealing with grass and they're like, this is a problem now. Like this is affecting my, curb appeal.
Yeah.
Or problems with, comments and things like that.
Yeah.
Now we have to address these problems with our business or with our content. Okay.
Yep.
And so these are individuals who are in the heat of it. They are dealing with the frustrations associated with whatever they're in.
Yeah.
Now, what you need to do in your business, this is your opportunity to step in and start a conversation.
Right on.
Okay. There's a wonderful book. It's called They Ask, You Answer.
Oh,
I think it's like Marcus Sheridan.
Okay.
I think, and basically his whole book revolves around this philosophy of, if people are asking a question that you can answer it.
Yeah.
Be the one to answer those questions, because if you don't, somebody else will. So let's tie this to video content. How do I create video content around the problem aware audience?
So they have a problem. We can solve that problem. So let's make a video.
Yes. This is where I would say, so I know we're going to talk about video content. This is where I often recommend a lot of written content as well. Article development.
Okay.
So article development, let's go to the YouTube channel side. This is where I think you do a really good job in your on your YouTube content.
Thanks, Sam.
Is addressing some of the concerns around products.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, we noticed that this was off.
Yep.
Video, content associated with questions.
Yeah.
Answer a question.
Yeah.
And question research is so easy.
Oh, it's
so easy.
You can base those videos for that exact thing that people are searching for.
Yes. And so if you're not talking about social media content, look at your distribution channels, go to your website. Everybody with a business probably has a website that has an FAQ page, right? Frequently asked questions. You're already halfway there.
Yeah.
Go through your frequently asked questions and make a video about every single one of them.
I love that, because here's what I love about video. You can answer those questions before they even walk through the door.
Yep.
Like they have those answers before they even call you. So,
and the last piece of advice I'll talk about in this, don't be afraid to answer the hard questions.
Oh yeah.
I'm serious, and I'm
Yep.
really serious about this. Our lawnmower company. I
Yep.
said we make expensive lawnmowers.
Yeah.
You know, one of the biggest problems that we face, people questioning,
Yeah.
why are they so expensive?
I like how you
Why-
said that into the mic too.
Why is your service so expensive? Why are you more expensive than the competition?
Yeah.
Answer that question.
Yep.
Answer it. Because if you don't, they're either going to try and figure it out themselves, or your competition is going to answer it for you.
Excellent.
Answer the hard questions. It doesn't matter what it is. It allows you to be in front of it and put yourself in a situation to explain that, and do it with a camera recording.
Love it. Okay, we're going to take a little sponsor break, Sam, before we get into the last 3 stages of awareness.
Yep.
Before we do that, though, I just want to show this. Sam, looks like you have a fan out there. Let's go, Caleb Hoover and Sam, both such awesome people and professionals. This is rad. This is rad, Nick. I appreciate that. It's good to see you in the chat. And welcome to the Video Lab live show. Okay, so I'm going to play just a little Epicosity. This episode is presented by Epicosity. Thank you, Epicosity. And I just want to play this reel that you put together. Can you just give a little intro into what this is?
Yeah. So Epicosity, we do a lot of promotional work. We have a lot of different specialties, including, you know, state work, financial work, and higher education.
Yep.
So what you're going to see is kind of some of our higher education type work, some of our government type work, yeah, just kind of a little real little video of stuff that we're really proud of.
Excellent. Here we go. Let's play the reel. Love it. So the tagline was in there, Epicosity. If you could say one thing about Epicosity, what is it?
Yeah, you saw it on there. We awaken champions.
We awaken
Essentially,
champions.
yeah, it means we're always trying to do the next big thing, get out there, you know, push those businesses out there best we can.
Excellent. Thank you, Epicosity, for sponsoring this episode. Now we're going to go into the last 3 stages of awareness. So we have unaware, we have problem aware. The next one is
solution aware.
I want to say it together. 1, 2. Solution aware. All right. This one's kind of a gray area for me. So explain it.
So essentially now they have direction. So
Okay.
now your audience is searching.
Okay.
They are on the move. Okay. So our business. I'm gonna go back to our
business
example.
No,
right?
this is great.
So our business example, Sam, and do you mind if I put my name first?
Yeah, I mean,
Sam and Caleb Lawnmower Company.
I think that does have a better ring to it. So
sounds good. So now our audience, yes, they realize that they have lawn grass. They also realize that lawnmowers exist.
Yeah.
And they're like, there is a way to cut this grass and maintain my property.
Okay.
Now I need to find the right fit for me. Lawnmowers. Is it a push lawnmower?
Oh.
Is it a riding lawnmower? Is it a goat? Is it a tractor?
Did you just say, is it a goat?
We sell goats.
We actually have to start this business.
Yeah. So now they're like, okay, cutting grass. I need something. Now I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm searching for that solution that fits me.
Okay.
That fits me. Okay.
Yep.
So as it pertains to our business, these are the individuals that are searching. And I often say probably using search engines a lot.
Yeah.
So they're doing keyword research around, like, you know, best ways to maintain lawn grass.
Okay.
Best ways, you know, places near me.
Yeah.
You know, services, businesses near me.
What lawnmower do I need to get those nice lines in my yard to make it look like a football field?
Yes, exactly right. So they are looking for the solution, but now they are within, you know, conversation point to where hopefully your brand, hopefully they're aware of you.
Yeah.
So by the time you start this conversation, they'll, oh yeah, I heard about you.
Okay.
I heard you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, these things. So content.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how do we create video content around the solution. This, I would say, this and problem aware content is going to be very similar.
Yeah.
But where you get to make an adjustment in this one is you get to now start being a little bit of a salesperson.
Okay.
And you get to be a little bit stronger. And here's where we help.
So this is more than just answering questions.
Yes. Because the questions that you answer don't necessarily have to be about your business. They can be about, problems in your industry.
Yeah.
Right. Higher education. Right.
Right.
One of the common problems with higher education is why school is so expensive. Right. And so as a university, we can step in and say, well, there's a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
We don't need to end that conversation with so now apply here.
Right.
We can end that by saying, I hope that was really helpful. And then the solution aware individual, is now looking for places near me, products near me, businesses near me. Now in our video content, and I lean pretty heavy social right now.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm doing a lot of social media content that says, here's where we help. The example that I like to give people is in the solution aware stage, you need to be a helpful guide.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not a salesperson.
Yeah.
I know I said a little bit
salesy. Yeah. I mean, there's an aspect to that, right?
There's an aspect to it, but you need to now position yourself in front of your audience as we can help you. Let's try and figure out the right fit for you. So here's where you can start creating a lot of video content that is specific to maybe your services, your products. I lean heavily on social, allow different aspects of your community or of your business to come out.
Gotcha.
In that social space.
Okay. So you have a problem. Here is the solution.
Yes. Here's how we solve
video content around that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Okay. Cooper jumped into the chat here. Oh man, I had to toss that in. From West Fargo.
Yeah. There you go. There you
Welcome.
go. And if any of this is confusing, please reach out to your questions because it's challenging. It's tough between those. So if this doesn't make sense, like I said, we want to answer the hard questions.
Yeah.
Right. So if this doesn't make sense, let me know. Let's talk about that because it's important that these are clear.
Absolutely.
So make sure you really try and focus on, we want to be here to answer your questions.
Maybe jump into the chat and let us know out of the stages of awareness so far, which one are you struggling with the most in your area of expertise?
Yep.
Okay. So we have the solution aware. Now let's go to the fourth one. Product aware. Okay. Tell us a little bit about this.
This is the easiest one to talk about.
Oh, yes.
It's the easiest one to talk about, but it's what everybody defaults to.
Okay. So they're kind of skipping all these other things and going straight to this.
Everybody defaults to the product aware because what problem do you, what do you address in the product aware? We are the best option for you because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
That's where everybody wants to start. We are better than our competition because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our product is best for you because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Now, like I mentioned, comparing this to the unaware stage, they don't know who the heck you are.
Yeah, right.
So talking about your product, your service, and how
like what does it matter?
What does it matter?
Yeah.
It doesn't, it lacks that connection.
Okay.
And so what I'm saying is there is an appropriate time to have this conversation, but you have to address the other communication types around there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is what we were trying to do. Everybody likes to have fun in this part because now's where you get to brag.
Yeah.
Our product is best.
Yeah.
This is why we're best. Look at our close rates. Look at our, our product reviews.
Breaking down the product, even like
breaking down the product. Yeah.
I mean, you can get into details about the product.
Yep. Here's our, here's why people say we're so good. And so content around this, I say jump into product and service reviews. This is where if you're selling a product, this is the great spot for it.
Yep.
Great spot for it. These are specs. These are details.
Yeah.
Our lens is
still searchable.
Still searchable.
Yep.
Still searchable. And so a lot of video content around your services, your products.
Yeah.
Get it out there. Let it exist on your website. Let it exist on your social platforms. This is a great spot to have it. And this is where paid comes in as well.
Nice.
This is where it's really easy to run ads for the product aware stages. And the reason that I say that is not because it's just easy to write ads about these.
Right.
Leveraging targeting, ad targeting, video ad targeting allows us to put these ads in front of people who really care about these things.
Gotcha.
The other thing that I say is a good example for this is people are kicking the tires in the product aware stage. They're kicking the tires. They're weighing their hands. They're writing the
They're ready to spend money almost.
They're ready to spend money. And so it's at this time that you need to highlight your differentiators.
Yeah.
So video content on why you are the best, right?
Yeah.
You probably have already done that. Our lawnmower example.
Yep. Let's go to that.
A very, I think, regionally relevant. is our lawnmower green or is it red?
Yeah.
Right. So this is that type of stage people are in. Like, oh, why is the green
I
tractor
don't know if I want a
maybe
green one.
better or worse than, a red tractor?
Yeah.
So they're really close to buying something.
Yeah.
They're really close to picking up the phone and scheduling an appointment. They just need that one thing that's going to tip them over the scale.
Gotcha.
Here's where you do that.
Excellent.
Here's where you put that out there.
Love it. Love it. Okay. So we have the unaware stage, the problem aware stage, solution aware stage. We just talked about the product aware stage.
Yep.
Let's go to the last one. What is this?
Most aware.
Most aware.
This is the most aware. And this should be everyone's favorite audience, because a lot of times these are individuals who have either purchased something from you, have engaged with you in the past,
Nice.
and they love you.
Yeah.
And they really, really enjoy working
Yep.
with you. They enjoy your products. They enjoy your services. This is a very, really important audience. And the reason that I think it's not brought up enough is because there's so many times, if you have a small business where, you might have somebody that comes in and purchases something.
Yeah.
What you cannot do is never see that person again.
Right.
Right. And say, all right, thank you so much.
Thanks for buying this lawnmower.
Never see you again. Right. The objective is like, how do I get that individual to keep coming back?
Yeah.
How do I get that person to tell 5 more people about how much they like
this is kind of like the nurturing stage.
Yes.
Like you want to nurture with your video content, you want to nurture that relationship.
So let's go right into it. What type of video content can we create to leverage our most aware? These are your testimonials.
Yeah.
I think the
client
easiest
testimonials. Love it.
Yeah. The easiest first step into the most aware audience is get those people on camera, put it on your website, create playlists on your social platforms, because these can be leveraged as people are in that solution aware stage too, right? They're researching, they're looking into you. Why is, his beard so long? Why, whatever, And so using those testimonials is a great way to do that. The other thing I'll throw in there is influencers.
Oh yeah.
Influencer content, partnerships. Is a great way to get in front of individuals, that most aware audience, leveraging those influencers. If they have a good reaction to, a product or service, look into it. Influencer marketing.
That is
a lot of ways.
Let me tell you this, that's $1 billion industry, influencer marketing.
Yeah.
And I don't see it a lot around here, like getting local products in the hands of people that have a social following.
Right. And
take advantage of that.
Yeah. And I think from your experience too, like businesses rely on influencers to get the word out about their product.
Yeah.
And especially if you find an influencer that loves what you do.
Yeah.
That's a most aware audience. They understand what you do. Cameras, right?
Yeah.
A good example. I think if I was a manufacturer of lenses or some type of equipment, I would look at you and say, not only is he aware of what I do and my product, if I can get him on my side by showing him that I am a quality product, he has a whole audience.
It's a community.
It's a community.
Yep.
So like leveraging that most aware audience is a huge, huge, huge opportunity. I really encourage everybody to look into that.
Yeah. Excellent. That is so good. Cooper jumps back in here. How can we apply the 5 stages in a lean, economical way to nonprofit marketing? And this is a very great question, because I feel like, a lot of times nonprofits don't have like the big budget, that type of thing, but sometimes they have like marketing within their own nonprofit. So like, 5 stages within that realm.
Well, I say hit the spectrum of those.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with nonprofit, a lot of time you're dealing with, a lot of emotionally and impactful reasons. And so you have a lot of people who are either unaware that your services is available to them. So you have to do a lot of education, a lot of branding. We're here to help. We are here to make a difference. Lean on that passion. So leverage early on in the unaware and problem aware, because nonprofits are often associated with helping.
Yeah, totally.
How do we help? What do we help? We help problems. We help people with problems.
Yeah.
So address those problems. Create a lot of content. Create a social experience and lean budgets. Right.
Yep.
Go social.
Yeah.
Go social route and just focus that video content on here's who we are.
Yeah.
We can't wait to meet you. So let your brand, invest in your brand, letting that speak for itself, make people aware of who you are,
Yeah.
focus on those problems. And then when you have people talking about how great of a job you did, that most aware audience, reach out to them and say, hey, partner with us.
Yep.
Hey, help us. You know, there's nothing wrong. You're asking people to come to you for help. You go to people and ask for help too.
So good. All right, Sam, this has been a lot of information, right? And like we talked about, we barely scratched the surface. So I encourage people to go into the chat and download this 5 stages of awareness at Epicosity that you put together to help people with this, you know, kind of going through this process. It goes a little bit more in depth. But let's just recap real quick these different stages of awareness in particular in video marketing. So one more time, how about each stage, one sentence for each stage, and then we'll get into your one thing.
That sounds good to me. Okay. I'll start it.
Yep.
Unaware stage. Let your brand do the talking.
Okay.
Okay. Lean on that, invest in brand development, and go. Number 2, problem aware stage. Answer the hard questions.
Okay.
Okay. 3, solution aware. Be a helpful guide.
Nice.
Guide people to the solution that they need.
Okay.
3, product aware. Why are you the best? And let people know why you're the best.
Gotcha.
Most aware. Leverage the people who like your business and reach out to them and have them help.
Excellent.
Was that brief enough?
That was great.
Okay.
That was such a great, recap of what we're talking about. Okay. Now this is the moment we've been all been waiting for. Okay. Sam, your one thing, like if people don't get anything from this conversation, what's one thing that you want people to take away from this episode?
Yes. Okay. So my one thing that I need everybody to take away from the 5 stages and applying it towards video marketing is, I don't care which stage it is.
Yep.
I don't care what it is that, you know, your service, your business does. My one takeaway is create content with intention. Create content with intention. What I've done today and what we've talked about is we've created and we've talked and educated you about a framework in which that attention, that direction can be applied. Now, create with intention. So if you are creating video content for the unaware stage, understand the scope of what it is that you're trying to communicate with, okay? Because so many times people think like, I just got to get a video out.
Yeah.
And then they're upset because it doesn't perform.
Right.
What were you trying to do?
Yeah.
You know, so I know one of the questions was, you know, how do I create more compelling videos or generate more engagement?
Yep. Jamie.
Yeah. How do I generate more engagement on social media posts? What are you trying to get those social media posts to do? Is it shares?
Yeah.
Is it likes? Does your analytics on your website show that social media, organic social media traffic is down? Are you trying to generate that a little bit higher? Create video content with intention and be honest about what it is that you're trying to make change. If you're trying to answer a hard question, that's what that video is about. It's not about 10 things. It's about one thing. So
love it.
Hopefully that helps.
Yeah.
We created that framework and now you can point to something and say, this is what I am, you know, trying to make change.
Excellent. Yeah. South Dakota Department of Education. Thanks for being on the live stream. Helpful conversation, Sam, especially the create content with intention. So true. And I love this framework. This, I mean, you can cater so much content to just these 5 things.
And it's overwhelming without it.
Yeah. It is. Like because you're kind of lost, right?
Yeah. Like we started our conversation today. It's difficult to say, you know, even to say social media marketing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what does that mean?
What does that mean? Right. So you have to create, you know, a framework in which you have direction. It just applies, you know, direction to your efforts.
Yep.
More trackable results. And hopefully you can start to see needles move.
Love it.
And, you know, stay tuned for our lawnmower business.
Yeah, I know. Caleb and Sam, right? Oh, no, I forgot. Your name is Sam first. Oh, Sam and Caleb. Lawnmowers LLC coming to a neighborhood near you. All right, Sam, this has been a great conversation. Just a reminder, go and download this free video playbook. I put together a digital guide. It's free. It's a digital guide to help you enhance your web presence with video. It's got a ton of content in there to, even if you're just starting with your phone, or maybe you have like a handy cam or something, whatever it is. This will help get you started with some of that video content. So go download that free video playbook. And I need to go through this as well. I'm going to pop this image up on the screen. This is some future episodes that we have on the Video Lab, and this is going to display really weird. I haven't checked your name off here yet, Sam, but next week we have Kim Vanderpool, and this is actually a part 2. She owns Fresh Impact Social Media Marketing, and this is actually part 2. This is video content basics that we're talking about. And in this episode, October 23rd, we're going to get into some platform-specific best practices with content. And like I said, this is just scratches the surface of what you can do with some of these platforms. And then October 30th to right before Halloween. Do you celebrate Halloween, Sam?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Like, that's my candy for the year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Same. We
have Chuck Shaver, who is a LinkedIn expert. So if you are wondering about LinkedIn, like, I don't know much about LinkedIn.
Neither do I.
Yeah, it's a whole different animal, really. So make sure you tune into that episode because
different language.
Yeah, it's a different language. We're going to go in depth on LinkedIn, about LinkedIn and video specific content, video marketing on LinkedIn. So that's going to be a great episode. And I highly encourage you to tune in these next 2 weeks because there's going to be a lot of great information, a lot of great value. And I think that, that it'll be high impact. For sure. So thank you, Epicosity, for sponsoring this episode. And I really do appreciate it. And I like what you're doing over there at Epicosity, Sam. And Sam, thank you for being on this episode. I appreciate that. Thank you for jumping in the chat for all of you who jumped into the chat. It was good to have some conversation in this episode, right? It was great to have some conversation.
Loved it.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here, Sam. And we'll catch you next week, Monday at noon, Video Lab Live.